Idaho. The town hall was taking place where Ed Bergerana was speaking. And he was speaking against things like diversity, equity, and inclusion, and for things like Donald Trump and Christian nationalism. Of course, there were people in the town hall who disagreed. This is a town hall. You're going to have a marketplace of ideas here. You're going to have a variety of different beliefs here. It is absolutely normal to have dissent. I have to say that, and it's very sad that I have to say that, but Republicans under Trump believe in crushing any dissent whatsoever because, of course, it is a cult. Now, watch what happens here.
Get up or be arrested.
So folks, when our nation began, there was some really
Get this all on film.
No, I'm not recognizing you.
What would you like to do?
So, yes, we're going to get to it.
Is this your jurisdiction?
Yes, it is.
Plenty of chance.
This is not a negotiation.
But, the problem is the folks...
I haven't been asked to leave my home.
I'm telling you to leave.
Look at that.
This is the town hall.
He's showing how intelligent he is.
You too. Leaving also. Let's go. Come on.
This mission, they came here to disrupt so that the citizens can't hear. The reality is there's a whole bunch of great things that are happening. The problem is we got a bunch of rabble-rousers who just won't allow it to be spoken. So, the thing is...
My name is Robert Norris. I'm the sheriff of this county. We're asking you to leave on video. Please get up or be escorted out.
And we're just taking care of the rabble-rousers.
Let's go.
And eventually what's going to happen is everything's
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Let's go. You're going to be escorted out.
I just happen to have a nice loud voice.
Please don't touch me.
You're going to be removed also.
All of you. And I can really,
Please don't touch me.
talk for all
Okay, I'm asking you to go. You want pepper spray?
This is a very bad idea.
She's spoke up.
We're being asked to leave.
Doesn't want to suffer the consequences.
Let's go.
You know this is a very bad idea.
That we're struggling with so many of the kids today is they want to behave poorly and then not struggle with the consequences. That is shameful. I think what we've got right now is a situation where
Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Let me see your badge. Where's your badge? Who the fuck are you?
To hear the legislators, I applaud you for sitting there.
Who is this? Who is this? No, don't you fucking touch me.
Don't touch her.
You're on film and you're not a sheriff. You're not a sheriff. You're not a sheriff. If you touch me again, I will call the police who are actually in charge here. Who is this guy? Stop it. Stop it. Get the fuck away from me.
Don't touch her.
This isn't a sheriff. Excuse me, Sheriff Norris. This gentleman is assaulting me. This man is assaulting me.
Now, let's go.
This man is assaulting me. Is this your deputy? Is this your deputy? No, don't fucking touch us. Is he a deputy? These are deputies. Who the fuck are these men? Who the fuck are you?
Hey.
Hey. If you hurt me, who are these guys? Who the fuck are these guys? Who the fuck are these guys? You are hurting her. You're hurting her.
We know that government has been mismanaging.
You are not deputy. Who are these guys? Who are you? Who are these guys? Who are you? Who the fuck are these guys? Who are these guys? Show me your badge.
Ma'am.
Who the fuck are
Just
you?
cooperate. It'll be 100 times better.
Yeah, that's what they say to rape victims, you fucking piece of
Just
shit.
cooperate.
You refuse to identify yourselves. Who are you? Who are you?
To come here today. I applaud them for doing so. Thank you for coming. But the problem is this. They didn't come here to listen. They came here to interrupt. Isn't that what Elon is exposing in Washington, D.C.? Don't we have that same type of disruption everywhere in our government? No.
Where's your badge?
Many times you close your mouth and you don't close your mouth. You have an opportunity to speak.
Where were their badges? Who are these people?
I thought Republicans believed in free speech.
Not when you're interrupting when somebody's speaking. That's what your problem is. You said you'll get an opportunity to go to a mic and speak. But you gotta shut your mouth moving.
There's no public comment.
There will be public comment.
Get your hands off her. Where are your badges? Who are you?
Could you please follow me out of here, please?
Don't get off of her.
Hey, get out of the way.
Who are these people? They don't even have badges.
Doesn't matter.
I'm allowed to film in public.
I'm asking you to please leave.
No, I'm gonna make sure my friend is safe. You're assaulting her. You're letting people assault her. You're letting people assault her. You're letting people assault her. You are letting people assault her. She's being assaulted.
Both of you, come on.
She's being assaulted. Who are they? You're letting people assault her.
Thank you, Sheriff. Hey, Ed. I need 2 more security officers, please.
He said.
And 2 more security officers in the back. Paul.
The man speaking is comparing her to a little girl before reveling in the fact that she's being manhandled, assaulted, kidnapped, and zip-tied. That is not by coincidence. I would absolutely check his hard drive. I'm not even joking. I'm not just trying to make fun of him. 1,000,000,000% check the hard drive. When somebody compares someone to a child, then revels in their bodies being violated, absolutely check his hard drive. Now, these 2 plainclothesmen that assaulted her and kidnapped her and zip-tied her, they are not police. They are security. They have no legal right to be doing any of this. They need to be held accountable. The security detail group is Lear Asset Management, run by Paul Tourette here, who is also there. And of course, you had the sheriff, Bob Morris, there as well, the sheriff of Kootenai County, who says, I did not hire them. I had nothing to do with them. Somebody else hired them. Yeah, but you were directing them, and they were following your directions, and they committed assault because you told them to do it. You can't do any of that. Well, he's saying I wasn't acting on my position as a sheriff. That's worse, man. That's worse. Like, that's not an excuse. There's no way to justify being violent towards dissent at a town hall. When you're outside of your Trump rallies, your little cult meetings, other people are not fanatics. Other people disagree with the hatred towards diversity, equity, and inclusion. A lot of us actually like that because for too long, unqualified white people get jobs based on who they know, based on what they look like, over overqualified people of color who are working their asses off to get a job. And the people that do get jobs through diversity, equity, and inclusion are the best of the best, way better than those mediocre white people they replace, and the mediocre white people they've been replaced with under Trump. That is not giving you more efficiency by any means. That is, of course, prioritizing white people and prioritizing the racisms of the past. Moving forward, who are these 2 men? Who are these 2 men? They are not police officers. They're security officers, and they need to be arrested. Speaking of being arrested, let's talk about the sheriff a little here. This is, by the way, sheriff departments are elected positions. Sheriffs are elected. And because of that, you don't get someone who's maybe qualified for the job. You get someone that, people agree, hey, this guy should do the job. And maybe that could turn out to be a good thing, but all I've seen happen so far are things like San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, where you have Sheriff Dykes, who's credibly accused by me, by the way, of being allegedly senile, locking Alex, Eden, and Mirando for over a year now. For something he doesn't do for pedophiles, but he does that to Alex because he wanted to, better the community? Now, you can't have that. Not under Sheriff Dykes, looking like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit here. You have Sheriff Carmen Marcino of Lee County, Florida, who would not arrest my children's stalker, who was on probation when she stalked them, who admitted in court that she did it after we showed them that we're caught on camera doing it. He will not arrest her for it, and I had to go ahead and sue her instead because Marcino allegedly banged her. That's right, and Marcino's known for that because he's banged a lot of women and fathered a lot of children all around Lee County because he loves to abuse his position as sheriff to take advantage of his citizens. As a reminder, Sheriff Carmen Marcino is currently under investigation by the FBI. If you want to read more about my children's stalking case, my court case, by the way, go to my Substack. It is an awesome read. Now, getting back to it. This sheriff is no different when it comes to corruption. Before we get into him, I want to talk about who did, in fact, hire this security group. It was the Kunai County Republican Chair Committee. You see them on their Facebook here with their Sean Spicer banner photo there. They claimed that the audience, the people, a lot of groups in the audience did not agree with the things that Ed Bergerano was saying. Of course, this is a very creepy man talking about assaulting children, so who would agree with him? They did not agree with what he was saying, and therefore, they determined that they should be violently removed. This is what the Republican Party under Trump looks like. If you remember the first term, that's the shit he does. You want federal aid? You better kiss up. Your foreign country want access to our personal data files? You want access to any one of our citizens? Sure. Just go ahead and rub Trump's belly. He'll do whatever you want. He is so incredibly pathetic. Anyway, the reason they gave for violent security was, according to them, a threat that they received from an unrelated person. Remember, there's a lot of people in the audience speaking out
Jordan
against
Redmond,
the person at the town hall, Ed Bergerano, but only this one doctor was targeted. And they're saying the reason was because an unrelated person sent a threat to a different representative. This is not a threat. This is not a credible threat. This is not a credible threat. The reason I know is because I receive threats all the time. And when I report it to the police, they say, not a credible threat. And the things I get are far more specific than this. So, based on that experience, and based on experience that a lot of you have had too, have any of you ever had to go to the police because you received threats online? And did they not just turn you away and say it's not a threat? Yeah. So, same shit, man. Not a threat. Not a threat. If it's a threat, deal with the threats we get. Until then, fucking deal with it. It's not a threat. Regardless, still not an excuse to be violent just because there's differences of ideas. Now, let's talk a little bit more about Bob Norris, the sheriff here. The corrupt sheriff who came from one of the most corrupt police stations in the country. While he was there, the police station was ordered to stop having police gangs. That's right, they have police gangs. And not like it's a rumor or, maybe I think they do. They literally had to make laws to stop police gangs because it's so common. That is terrifying. A gang in control of a police department. Of course, it's what we've been saying all this time, but now you can see it. He left that job, but still collects disability from it. How do you collect disability for a job you're currently doing somewhere else? Is that not fraud? He's also very dishonest about his residency, and that is, of course, to cheat his taxes. And it's not for nothing, but dude doesn't return his library books. And that one I find the hardest to believe because I'd have to accept that he walked into a library. So not only do these two security guys need to be arrested, Bob needs to be arrested as well. So I guess my question is Sheriff Bob Norris above the law? We need to demand accountability for this guy and for the security detail that he directed and they committed a crime because he told them to. Accountability still matters, consequences still matter, and for the love of God, someone check his hard drive.